With the Register Star Media. I want to tell you a little bit about our pre-roll commercial opportunities. You will have 15 to 20 seconds to personally tell our viewers about your business and what you have to offer. We'll be filmed on our 20-foot green screen here at the Register Star Tower. We will run footage or photos of your business or service in the background. Thanks for watching!
In a world of misconceptions and stereotypes, in a time when healthy eating is considered to be boring, bland, expensive, and most of all complicated, we're taking the four-letter word out of healthy eating. That is the H word. Each week, we will bring you an exciting, healthy recipe that is not only awe-inspiring, but easy on the pocketbook as well. Send us your fun, unique, and healthy recipe by visiting healthyrockford.com, where you'll also find tips and tricks on taking the blah out of healthy eating.
Okay, this week on the H word, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun. We're going to start out with kale chips. Yeah, you heard me right. Chips made out of kale. Great munchy little food. Keep a bowl or a basket of them at home. Great for the kids when they get home from school just to munch on. Super healthy. Loaded with beta-carotene, vitamin K, vitamin C. Wow, you could just eat this stuff raw right out of the basket. And then we're going to move on to turkey medallions served over a veggie hash made with lots of yummy root vegetables. And we're going to make a mashed cauliflower with seasonings. Looks just like mashed potatoes. You'll fool everybody, I guarantee it. And then after that, we're going to move on to asparagus that's roasted with a little olive oil and yummy sea salt done in the oven. Very simple, very quick. It's going to be a super healthy meal. You can pass it on to all your friends and family and have it made in probably 45 minutes to an hour tops. Let's get started. These kale chips are actually perfect to keep in a little bowl or a little container or whatever, so when the kids come home from school, they got something to munch on, and you've got something to eat while you're preparing the rest of your meal. So we're just chopping the kale. It's very simple. We're going to remove this icky spine that's right down the center. You're just going to cut into that and get completely rid of it, because it's kind of hard and crunchy. It gets too crunchy. We don't want to use that. So you're going to get rid of that spine completely, and you're left with this beautiful curly leaf. You're just going to chop it into a bunch of really coarse bits, nice and big. And then we have a cookie sheet full of those. We are going to brush them lightly with a little olive oil. And this would be a great project for kids because they can get kind of messy, playing with olive oil, just brushing them lightly with a little bit of oil. Very simple process. Just to kind of keep them from sticking, because again, it is a vegetable, and so we don't want that to stick to the cookie sheet at all. We're going to put those green side up. And then we're going to coarsely chop a little sea salt on top of each of these little chips. Just like that. And we're going to bake them for about 12 minutes in an oven, about 350 degrees, and take them out. They'll be ready to eat right away. Look at how gorgeous these turned out. Absolutely perfect. Stick them in the oven for about 12 minutes and let them bake. And again, we're just going to leach the water out of them and get them completely dried out. Crispy and delicious. A little bit of salt. So is this what people are eating around your house for snacks? Anything that comes in a pre-packaged baggie like this is a no, and a no. And what is this? All these little pre-packaged yuckies? No, no, and no. Thank you. Okay, the next thing we're going to prepare for you is our turkey medallions served over vegetable hash. They are amazing and fabulously delicious, super healthy. Turkey is very lean. I know you're going to love it. So what I've already done is taken our fresh turkey breast that we purchased at Valley Produce today and cut them into tiny little medallions, about 1 inch. You can go over to your favorite meat market if you prefer and purchase them already made. They'll do little 6-ounce or 8-ounce breasts or little medallions that you can take home and grill or prepare however you want. Or you can purchase a fresh breast like this and save a couple bucks and prepare it yourself. So I've done maybe 3 little medallions per person because I'm preparing a meal for 4 today. And I've just went ahead and left a little portion here just to show you. It's very easy to cut with a really good knife. Everybody needs really good knives around the house, don't you think, women? And then we're just going to go ahead and lay our medallions on our plate until we're ready to prepare those. The next thing that we're going to make is our turkey medallions, and we're going to do this creative little rub for those made out of like some fun little spices, some pumpkin kernels that are found year-round at Valley Produce, and some sunflower seeds. And we're taking 3/4 cup of each, and we're going to put those into a food processor and blend them. Okay, let's get a little crazy. Let's get a little nuts. We've got our sunflower seeds. We've got our pumpkin kernels. They're gorgeous. They're completely ground up just the way we need them. We have about 1.5 cups total. So we've got 3/4 cup of sunflower seeds, 3/4 cup of pumpkin kernels. We ground them all up, made them all happy together. And we're going to throw our turkey medallions in here and saute them. They're going to be so delish. You watch. Okay, we're about ready with our cauliflower and our garlic now. Everything's put in here together. It's absolutely amazing. I've just put a tiny bit of water in the bottom. We're just going to let it steam. We don't want to cover the vegetables with water. That's way too much. So you're going to put a lid on this and just put it on the stove for about 20 minutes. Every stove is different, so just pay attention. You want it to be about fork tender so that when you mash it with a potato masher, it's just going to blend just perfectly. Okay, what the heck is this, do you say? What is this? This is called celery root. It's a root vegetable, absolutely lovely, crisp and fabulous, in the same family as a sweet potato. They're root vegetables. So that's what we're using today, our celery root. Funny looking little things. And what I used is a potato peeler just to scrape off the outside. We scrubbed them really clean, but I scraped off the outside just to be on the safe side, and cubed them up into little bits and put them in a bowl with our sweet potato. We have about 1.5 of these. Use 2 if you like, just to get rid of the stuff. We don't want to save half of a celery root in the refrigerator. What is that for? So then we also used about 1.5 sweet potatoes. You can use 2, you can use 1 really large one, 2 small ones, and cube those all up and put them together in a little dish. We're going to saute these in a little bit of olive oil with some rubbed sage. We're going to use about 1/8 teaspoon and get them all nice and crispy in here. And this is going to be our veggie hash for our turkey medallions. Okay, we've got all our chopped up veggies. We're going to throw those into a hot frying pan with just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. Olive oil is so good for you, so tasty. And we're going to add a little bit of sage, about 1/8 teaspoon. Again, with measuring herbs, it's just a guideline. A recipe is just a guideline. So go with what your guts tell you about your favorite tastes. Cinnamon, I love cinnamon. I always use way more than what it calls for. Sage, it's delicious. So put a little bit more in there. Okay, let's get this all done at the same time, okay? Because I got people coming over in just a short while. I got to make sure my entire dinner is ready at the exact same time. So we've got our veggie hash over here sauteing. We've got our cauliflower and our yummy garlic ready to rock and roll together. And now we've got these cute little skinny asparagus that we're going to get roasted. Don't forget the wine for the recipe. Did I mention that? Oh, wait. It's not for the recipe. Okay, now we're ready to rock. We're going to add a little olive oil to these beautiful little skinny asparaguses. Asparagus. Is one asparagus just asparagus? Or is a whole bunch of asparaguses? I don't know. So we're going to get those on our cookie sheet with a little bit of olive oil and some yummy sea salt. And we're going to get those into the oven for about 12 minutes, a real hot oven, about 375 for about 12 minutes just to get them yummy roasted. And they're going to be perfectly done at the same time everything else is. We're going to get started with our medallions. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your fresh turkey and you're going to press them into the blend here. And you're going to then just drop them into a hot pan. So you're going to make sure that all of those nice seeds and all those herbs are kind of pressed in. Now you can do kind of a shake and bake if you decide and stick it all into a Ziploc baggie and just zip it up and shake away. But you know, either way works just as well. So get all that stuff pressed in there and throw them into a hot pan. It's all prepared and sizzling and hot. Ready to be fabulous. Okay, are we done with this meal yet? I think we are. Let's get it decorated and get it out there. Everyone's starving. So we're going to take a little bit of our hash. This is our root veggie hash that we were talking about. Beautiful, a little bit brown and crispy with our sage in there. Oh my God, it's delicious. We want to have enough for everybody. We're going to make that look all beautiful. We're going to take our turkey medallions and put about 2 or 3 on there because these are tiny. So now we can be a little bit generous. Let's put 3 on there for the hungry folks. And our mashed cauliflower, isn't that gorgeous? Looks just like mashed potatoes. Nobody's going to know the difference. Oh, is the flavor good though. And then we're going to take a few of our asparagus spears and very creatively lay those across our potatoes. This is a healthy meal, and this is the H word. Okay, wasn't that awesome? Everyone's fat and sassy, well-fed, feeling happy because the H word turned out gorgeous. The meal was fantastic, no complaints. So can't wait to see you next week. Wanted to say thank you to the Sunbees for allowing us to use their gorgeous kitchen at the Garrison Loft. And I can't wait to see you guys next week for the H word.